Hello everybody, welcome back to Monkeys Do Magic. Today we have a starter commander deck that I won off Whatnot from Matt Deuce. The Bloomburrow commander decks will not be on the 7th of August, like I said they were going to be, because I had to buy through Card Kingdom, not Amazon. I didn't get to it fast enough. So, yeah. That's the deal with that. Alright. Our deck box comes as this. Our commander is Emmara, Soul of the Accord. Legendary creature, Elf Cleric, green-white. Whenever she becomes tapped, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. Oh, there we are. My favorite part of the deck, or getting decks, the poster. Oh, sorry, I just woke up from a nap. It doesn't look like this comes with a thick commander. You probably can't tell, but I don't think it comes with a very thick commander. Okay. Here is our commander. Like in card form. I showed her off earlier, but okay. We do not get a thick commander. Insect, insect, insect. Cat beast, human warrior, cat soldier. Whoa. That's not what I was expecting. An Eldrazi, that's also a soldier. Saproling, 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 elf warrior, elf warrior. Do some smelling salts or something. Get me right back awake. Throw the box over there. Okay. So I'm going to split these in half, kind of. They're in more manageable piles. Okay. Here we are. Here is a Ajani, Caller of the Pride. 3-cost Planeswalker, 1 mono, 1, well not 1, but 2 white. +1 loyalty, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. For -3, target creature gains flying and double strike until end of turn. And -8, create X 2/2 white cat creature tokens where X is your life total. Wow. Put him in a white proliferate deck. That'll be really good. Citywide Burst. Destroy all creatures with toughness 4 or greater. Commander's Insignia. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each time you've cast your commander from the command zone this game. Oh, that's actually really good too. I don't play white, so this is pretty good. 1 white. An enchantment called Dawn of Hope. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. Then for 4 mana converted, you create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. It's not all that good. Okay, this is pretty good. It's a 5-cost enchantment with flash. All creatures you control get +2/+2. Felidar Retreat. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, choose 1. Create a 2/2 white cat beast creature token. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance until end of turn. Hour of Reckoning. Wow, that's pretty expensive. A 7-cost Convoke. Destroy all non-token creatures. It has Convoke too, so this could be free because it's a token deck. It could very well be free. Mentor of the Meek. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, draw a card. White Sun's Zenith. Create X 2/2 white cat creature tokens. Shuffle White Sun Zenith into its owner's library. Whew, I mean, that's pretty good. Champion of Lambholt. That is a card. Champion of Lambholt. Creatures with power less than Champion of Lambholt's power can't block creatures you control. That's ridiculous. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Champion of Lambholt. Oh, I have this card from the Urza Saga set. I believe it is. Sentinel Hierophants. It's a 4 cost. Creatures you control have tap to add 1 green mana. Collective Unconscious. 6 cost sorcery. Draw a card for each creature you control. That's pretty good. Harvest Season. Search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of tapped creatures you control. Put those cards onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Wow. On a token deck with the Hierophant, that would be a potent combo. Very, very, very potent. It's very potent. It's potent. Hornet's Nest. It's a 3 cost defender. Whenever Hornet's Nest is dealt damage, create that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens with flying and death touch. Oh well. We get to find out who made the nest. Hornet Queen. It's a 7 cost 2/2 with flying death touch. When it enters the battlefield, create 4 1/1 green insect creature tokens with flying and death touch. Ooh, here's a... Ooh, there's some pretty good stuff coming up. Ooh, there's some really nice stuff coming up here. Alright. Rishkar, Pima Renegade. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 creatures. Each creature you control with a counter on it has tap to add a green mana. No, I hate oozes. Ugh. I got my butt destroyed by an ooze deck in an arcade. Well, a game store. Scavenging Ooze. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, put a 1/1 counter on Scavenging Ooze, and you gain 1 life. It's a pretty good graveyard hate, especially for only 1 mana. That's really good. That's really good. Thunderfoot Baloth. Has trample 6/5/5. As long as you control your commander, Thunderfoot Baloth gets +2/+2, and other creatures you control get +2/+2 and have trample. That's a really good game ender right there. Okay, here's an 8 cost sorcery. Okay, never mind, that's a creature. I'm not smart. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. Aura Mutation. Destroy target enchantment, create an X 1/1 green sapperling creature tokens, where X is that enchantment's mana value. Camaraderie. It's a 6 cost sorcery. You gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. It's pretty cheap, but that's also pretty good. Yeah, it's the amount of creatures you control. It's actually very good. Ooh, I found where that Eldrazi came from. Just taking a quick look around and... Collective Blessing. A 6 cost enchantment, where creatures you control get +3/+3. Dauntless Escort. It's a 3 cost, sacrifice Dauntless Escort. Creatures you control get indestructible until end of turn. March of the Multitudes. Whoops. It's an X, green, white. Convoke, create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink. Well, let's see if I can... Hold on a minute. Nope. Let's just see here. Whoa. Ain't that cool? Anyway, that's enough messing with it. That's a really good enchantment too. That's another pretty big game ender. It's an instant too. So, with Convoke. So that wouldn't have to cost any green, white, white. It would just have to cost the X, which is an incredible thing, which I wish a lot more X spells would do. Trostani Discordant. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. When it dies, when it enters, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, each player gains control of all creatures they own. Whew. Now, do you want to see how to get a 10/10 Eldrazi for 10 mana? Play Idol of Oblivion. It's a 2-cost artifact that taps to draw a card. Activate only if you created a creature token. Okay, not a creature token, a token. I think that's all it does. Ha, just kidding. It taps for 8. Sacrifice Idol of Oblivion. Create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi creature token. Here's a 4-cost artifact that taps for 4. Well, not 4 for it. You can pay 4 to tap it. Discard your hand. Then draw a card for each creature you control. Okay, now here's some of the lands it comes with, like the rare lands that I saw. Canopy Vista, Fortified Village, Temple of Plenty. They're all pretty average. They're just all these two enter the battlefield untapped. If you do something specific, in this one it lets you scry. Alright, and I shall be right back. I'm going to take a look at these comments to see if there's anything worth talking about. Alright, I am back. That took a few minutes. So, oh shoot, punch it, why don't I? Alright, so the main, few things we've got are the normal mana rocks, your Arcane Signet, Arcane Sphere, Talisman, and Soul Ring. Nothing too crazy. A lot of enchantment stuff that just taps for 4 mana to make 1 creature. It's a little kind of ridiculous, but I picked out some of the cards I think are the best. Like Curse of Bounty, enchant player. Whenever enchanted player is attacked, untap all non-land permanents you control. Each opponent attacking that player untaps all non-land permanents they control. I thought that was really good. Avacyn's Pilgrim. It's a 1-tap that it's a mana dork. It taps for a white. Eternal Witness. When it enters the battlefield, you may turn target card from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty dang nice. Jespara Sentinel. It's a 1-cost mana dork. You just tap an untapped creature, and you get a mana of any color. Here's a 2-cost Enchantment Aura. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Then enchanted creature has tapped, add 1 mana of any color. Leafkin Druid, mana dork, 2-cost that can tap for 1. If you control 4 or more creatures, you add 2 instead. Whoopsie. There we are. Now, Overrun is a really nice card. It's a 5-cost, but everything gets +3/+3 and gains trample until end of turn. It's a big game ender. Presence of Gond. It's an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature has tapped to create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. I can't say that. Celestia Evangel. It's a 2-cost that taps for 1 mana to tap an untapped creature you control to create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. Maha. Bretgard Protector. It's a legendary creature for 5 mana. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 white human warrior creature token. Did not think that said Spore for a second. Here's a 5-cost fungus that has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. Voice of Many, 4-cost elf druid. That when it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each opponent who controls fewer creatures than you. So that could be 4 at most, unless you're playing an unnatural game. which, you know, those are really fun. Unnatural commander game, I love doing that. It's so fun. Valor in Akros. It's a 4 cost. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under you control, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Now, say you're pumping out a ton of tokens with like parallel lines or lives, whatever it's called. That's an incredible card. That's a freaking amazing game ender right there. Rootborn Defenses. Populate. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. To populate, create a token that's a copy of a creature token you control. It's a 3 cost, instant. It's an instant protection spell. Really good. Then we got Path to Exile. Exile target creature. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. And I truthfully think that's going to be the end. There's still all these, but a lot of them are just nothing really to talk about. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, draw a card. Reclamation Sage is cool. It's just a lot of like control stuff. And then here's just a bunch of lands. Nobody wants to see that. But yeah, I think that'll do it. I hope all of you have an amazing day. Amara says goodbye.